Hello everybody, welcome to Poli Games. I'm your host Joseph, and today we're going to give you a first impressions of Final Fantasy 15. Now, I personally have not gotten my hands too much on this game. That's why I brought in my friend here, Snowy from Snowy Games Studio. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
All right. And his lovely Brendan here with us. They have played this game for hours, and they're going to tell me what this game is about and what they feel about this game because they're huge Final Fantasy fans. So starting with you, Ren, what do you feel about the story so far of Final Fantasy? Just tell me the gist.
Well, the gist of the story, it starts out, you feel it, or you think that you're going to be going on a quest to meet up with your bride-to-be, Lady Luna Freya of Tenenbrow.
She's very attractive.
She's very attractive, blonde. Noctis finds out very early on in the stories, and you'll see it in the trailers, that his home city was actually attacked and destroyed. The crystal that guards the city's gone. So now he's kind of stuck between trying to go find Luna and at the same time reclaim his crown.
Cool beans. So we tell a little bit about the story. I don't want to get too in deep and start spoiling it for people. So let's talk about the characters in said game. We have a band of bros that Square Enix have been trying to kind of sell us on. Snowy, can you tell me a little bit about these characters?
So we have the Noctis, who is the main character protagonist, who you play as, and you have three companions, Gladius, Ignis, and Prompto, who are all very much individuals with different skill sets, and they have different skills and purposes in the game itself and in the whole road trip that you're taking in the game.
And Gladius is the names kind of speak for themselves. Gladius is more of the strong type.
Right. He's technically the bodyguard trained to protect.
Ignis the brains and
strategist, exactly.
And the last one,
Prompto he's a childhood friend. He's the funny guy.
Now, one thing that Final Fantasy has always been known for is the combat, right? The turn-based combat. In this game, they're getting rid of that almost entirely, right?
Almost entirely. There is a mode where you can kind of slow it down and pick your next move, but it's not turn-based. It's all action-based. It's all third-person hack and slash. Very fluent, very cool combat. Depending on where you are and where you trigger, there's a lot of cool stuff happening with different characters.
Where they do combos and stuff.
Yes, seen in any other Final Fantasy, or not that I can think of.
And the one thing that's really cool about this is the switching from weapons that you can do on the fly in the combat, which gives you a chance to chain combos with your teammates and do all sorts of cool stuff. So the combat, as a Final Fantasy fan, are you liking it?
I am liking it, and it is the closest thing I could compare it to is a Kingdom Hearts combat.
Okay.
And a lot of people do love Kingdom Hearts, so they would feel right at home with that combat.
And like you said too, they're able to switch on and off if they want more of a turn-based game rather than action-based, if they wanted to do that.
Yeah, there is a wait mode where you can press a button and pause the game right there, take a look at what you have around you, and decide what move you want to make next.
Is there any faults with the combat before we go on to the sights and sounds?
From what I've experienced, the only problem I had so far was when you are fighting larger enemies. The camera angle tries to compensate for that, and it just gets all over the place, and it's a little awkward.
Fidgety.
Right, exactly. And when you're fighting in an area where there's a lot of bushes, you get a lot of coverage, and you don't see a lot of what's going on sometimes because of the...
Cool. So let's get into the sights and the sounds of this game. This is something now I can start speaking for, because right off the bat, this game is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh my god. What do you have to say about this game, what it looks like, and what it feels and what it sounds like?
Well, running it on PlayStation 4 Pro, just on a basic monitor, 1080p, and it just looks beautiful. There's a lot of things going on the screen, the textures, the graphics, flow, everything is nice. It's just beautiful.
And the way it renders things from the distances it does is unlike any game I have seen previously. The rendering distance is insane in this game. The textures on animals are incredible. Textures on just your clothes, your skin, everything looks super lifelike. It looks crazy. It really pushes the graphical performance of the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro. One thing I also forgot, this is a whole big open world that you can actually drive and fly around. The world is huge. We've only explored so little. So with all that said, our first impressions from a newcomer is I'm optimistic. I really liked what I played so far, and I actually cannot wait to get my hands on the game. As veterans to the series, I'm going to start with you, Snowy. Where do you feel like this game is headed towards? You positive, or you have a little bit of a negative outlook?
I have a very positive outlook. I like where this is heading. I see the potential, even just early gameplay, and where I hope it expands. Just hoping that it goes in the right direction. But I'm feeling positive about it.
Cool. And you, Ren, what do you feel so far? What have you seen? What you've played?
I'm positive in the terms of the story and the characters and it really feeling like a Final Fantasy. But in terms of the combat, I'm a bit too old school. I really miss the turn-based. I'm probably going to have to play only with that weight system. So I'm going to have to see how I feel about it after I really get into it a bit, if I can adapt, or if it's just going to be too foreign for me. Like, I feel like it's going to be so different from most Final Fantasies. I'm going to have to, like, really work to, like, keep it feeling natural to me.
It is very, very much based on your reflexes and timing on a lot of things.
Yeah. Fucking motorcycle guy behind us. He's what a douchebag, right? So with that said, everybody, thank you guys for inviting me here and letting me play Final Fantasy. Thank you for your thoughts. And with that said, gang, if you guys could like, share, subscribe, it helps me out. It grows the channel. And, it just makes me feel all good inside. And if you guys have played the game, please put in the comment sections what you feel about it so far. What are your thoughts about it? And with that said, please subscribe to also Snowy Game Studio, who has awesome videos that you guys should check out. Links down below there as well. So thank you all for watching and have a terrific day.